I have Roz Cordova, followed by Terry Swafield.
Hi, my name is Roz Cordova, and I've been an RCS parent for over 13 years, and I currently have a sophomore at Adams. I am also the owner of a smoothie service where we operate as a fundraiser for local schools. This past March, I provided smoothies for Charity Week at Adams High School. We received so much positive feedback from students and staff, we established a fundraiser partnership with all 3 Rochester high schools. My small business has been rooted in the community for over 12 years. I've shown love by donating smoothies for RCS teachers and students, nurses during COVID, and then on May 13th, 2021, I treated our local police to smoothies for Police Appreciation Week. And that's when my story takes a major detour. My business relationship with RCS was abruptly severed after I shared a story advocating for police respect on Instagram. I am here to share my story about RCS indulging in cancel culture. And let's just be clear, the circumstances of my post appeared outside school hours from a location outside of the school. Schools have an interest in regulating off-premise speech when it includes severe bullying, harassment, malicious content, or threats aimed at students or staff. My post did not contain any of this behavior. I will share the exact wording of my post in its entirety. Keep in mind, RCS Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, DEI, advised me the BLM statement was not controversial. The BLM organization widely publicizes their support for defunding the police as one of their key missions. So my post reads, with a picture of the officers holding their smoothies at the police station, quote, "So happy to show a token of appreciation for Police Appreciation Week. If you support our police, you cannot support BLM, which supports defunding the police. Enjoy your smoothies and keep yourself safe. Respect the police who are here to protect us and no one gets hurt." The 5 infamous words that caused my business to be canceled by RCS, quote, "and no one gets hurt." Respect the police so the police don't get hurt. Respect the police so innocent bystanders don't get hurt. Respect the police so the subject interacting with the police doesn't get hurt. Who said this was about you? The Michigan police brochure states, quote, "If arrested, do not resist. This may justify a greater need for force by the officer. This is the law." I received a few messages from students who were triggered by my post because they support defunding the police. I issued an apology to clarify that I am 100% for racial equality, and if your view is different than mine, that doesn't make you a victim. RCS advised me that people felt, quote, "threatened, afraid, and unsafe" by my post, and to, quote, "open my eyes that Black people have been historically marginalized and disproportionately treated unfairly by the police." RCS immediately canceled the 9 remaining smoothie days and banned me from future fundraiser events. This was National Police Appreciation Week. This was not the tragedy of George Floyd Week. This situation warranted a dialogue between myself and RCS. It was very clear that the smoothie lady did not pose a threat. It became clear this was about politicizing our police and DEI ideology, which I have now learned is rebranded CRT. I requested a FOIA and I received 2 responses, both in full support of my business and my expression of police support. When I got word that my business was canceled, I was at Stony High School. We had record sales that day, and not one student or staff member commented on the post, which is a testament that people were not threatened by my presence. To be continued, thank you. Hi, my name is Roz Cordova, and I've been an RCS parent for over 13 years, currently have a sophomore at Adams High School. I am also the owner of the smoothie service that was the victim of cancel culture. My husband and I are both first-generation Americans. Both of our families faced major oppression and severe obstacles immigrating to this country. We are all Americans now, and many people in this community don't find it effective to dwell on the color of our skin, nor appreciate being treated as victims. The principles of Martin Luther King are not DEI, just to be clear. DEI has nothing to do with equality, diversity, and inclusion. Okay, Martin Luther King is rolling over in his grave right now. After this, I want to bring to illustrate how hyper-focused RCI is on DEI. I have 2 quick stories to share. After my social media post, my high school daughter was harassed, bullied, and annoyed by fellow students while at school, on social media and via text bullying. Some students told my daughter that her mom was a racist. To make things even more interesting, my husband is a minority, so apparently my daughter is brown. I reported this several times, and no one from the DEI team checked in on my daughter's social emotional well-being. Apparently they didn't know she was brown because I'm too white, apparently. No one asked who these individuals were. No one asked anything, except there was one RCS staff member unrelated to this who I certainly will not name due to obvious fear of retaliation. This angel came and hugged my daughter, told her to hang her head high, stay strong, and not let these bullies tell her this nonsense. That meant so much to my daughter and I. Thankfully, my amazing daughter has mastered the art of ignoring. Other students should take note and learn how to ignore posts with differing views. RCS has sacrificed educational resources to pander to perceived fears of police and empower individuals to advance their agenda. I was told by DEI that, quote, black people may not feel comfortable contacting the police when help is needed. I tell my kids, when they're afraid to do something, do it afraid. With this mentality, I do not feel safe with our children at Rochester Community Schools when they are complacent with individuals who are, quote, not comfortable calling the police. If there is an altercation or real threat at our schools, how can I trust RCS when you are playing to this divisive DEI agenda? The outcome of any police interaction will go better if we advocate for police respect and compliance. RCS has taken smoothie days away from everyone. Those who don't want to purchase a smoothie because they support defunding the police, that's their right. But you took this fun event away from everyone. You took away $2,000 in fundraising cash that RCS would have received, which would have totaled over $4,000 now if this was handled properly. I'd like to move forward in a positive way, restore American values instead of pushing this one-side liberal, dangerous agenda. Let's live in the present and give each other some grace and act like a community. Thank you.